Hey, my YouTube family. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? See, Simone, she about to piss me off because Simone, this is Married to Medicine, season 12, episode 4. Don't y'all know that we can't feel sorry for Simone ass no more? And the reason why is because she took her big mouth ass over there and got her funny looking son Michael a Tesla. Not hating or nothing like that. But my whole thing is I can't feel sorry for you no more, my girl, because you had me mad at old Michael and making me think that Michael was taking advantage of you and using you and this and that and this and all that. And it's like you must like it. He just like you, girl. He is just like you, Simone. He just like you. Oh my good lord. Oh, so this I'm finna go ahead and give y'all this real quick. She done went ahead and bought him the Tesla. And like all she after she talked all her big shit now. She still folded and all this and that. And I'm like, okay, if you like it, I love it. But I'm tired of Michael's entitled ass. But he is, I keep saying that he is Simone all day long, just in a boy's body. And he is not a man at all. In age he is, but in personality and in mental, he is not a man. Okay? No. And then both Heavenly and Simone, they both talked before. And then Simone says she is not happy with Cecil and wants a divorce. And I'm like, let her do it. I'm like, Simone, do it. Walk it like you talk it. Like walk it like you talk it big time. Make sure you mean what you say and you do what you say. Okay? Because you said that you wanted to divorce Cecil last season. And then you end up in a separate house. And you was tired of him. You was tired of them entitled kids of yours. And you moved in a whole nother house. If y'all remember the season that she moved out, and she felt good and she had no stress, no nothing. And she was just taking a bubble bath and then she was drinking her wine and all that stuff. And she just go by and visit Cecil and them kids. Yeah. But my whole thing is if she want to divorce Cecil, let her do it. Okay. And then Jackie says that, ooh, she said the D word. And Simone was happier. Like I said, she was happier when she stayed separate and she visited them on the weekends. Because I definitely do remember. If y'all don't remember, I definitely remember. And she was so happy in her own space. And I know she was. Then by next season, she came back and then they used the, house that she purchased for Airbnb. Uh-huh, they sure did. And then the dinner was over. That Dr. Dr. Brandy. That's what's the dinner. The dinner was over. And Brandy had threw the dinner and all that stuff. And then Simone and Heavenly, they are talking, like I said in the beginning. Then Simone says that mm, we created monsters. Nah, bitch, you created monsters. Heavenly did too. However, you did more so. And then Heaven said, well, yeah, because my son, he, I cut him off and all this stuff, and he never came back, and I ain't heard from him since. Oh my lord, oh my lord, oh my lord, baby. We finna move on gracefully next. And then they show a slide of the ladies, the doctors, the medicine wives, in their everyday life and their profession. Dr. Simone at the office talking at work with her patients. Then we see Dr. Scott and Contessa looking around at the business that they bought. Then we see Brandy doing some fillers and Brandy doing some fillers for laugh lines. And I know I do cackle a little bit. but just not as much because I ain't got the balls, I ain't got the heart to even be getting no needles took in my put in my face. Then we get to Toya and Eugene, and they are at the park, and the boys are asleep. Then Eugene says, "Okay, that is why the boys are growing in the summer because talking about something they got those light canceling, you know, um curtains, and they just sleeping away, just sleeping away. Them blackout curtains." And then Eugene is off for 4 days, and he says that he needs a break. He said he need a break, and I'm like, you damn right you need a break, Eugene. And he does. I mean, he do need a break because he been working his hands down to the bone, everything to the bone. He been working. Then they are talking about the space with Dr. Scott and Dr. Contessa. And Contessa got all that huge lavish space, right? And left Toya and Eugene with a closet. And I'm like, oh hell no. Oh no, no, not gonna work at all. And Toya wants to talk. What it is that's making him work himself down to the bone? Baby, you. Cause y'all move every year. Y'all been moving ever since the show been coming on. Season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Y'all move every season. Then he tells her that there's a need, for a good African American ER. And then she is never, and I'm like, Toya, you ain't never happy. And I'm like, damn, gracefully next, because she about to piss me off, and I ain't gonna go no further with her ass. Okay. And then we get to Quiet and King, and they go for a visit at Dr. Jackie's office, and doing an exam on Quiet cervix. Then Dr. Jackie says that she does have a few cysts, and I heard that they are painful. I've never experienced it, but I have known people that have had cysts, and they have had, just cysts, and they are painful. And I've heard about it and gracefully next because that was too painful for me to listen to. hmm And then we get to Dr. Mimi and her family, and they are riding in the car. And then Steve does reveal that their son was diagnosed with autism at 18 months. Then Steve he said that he does recognize that some things that he was doing, in the past, their son was doing was a lot different developmentally. So it makes sense. And then the baby is in the back seat doing a little bit too much. He having a meltdown and whatever. And then he just doing a lot, and he hits his little sister. And I know he does not mean it, because he is just frustrated because he does not know how to express himself. And I was literally in tears. And then they were tearing up in the confessional, both Dr. Mimi and Steve. And I mean, I definitely feel bad for them, and my heart is gonna always be with them. And it's good that they let the fans in on what's going on. I know that I don't think I would have, because people judge and judge and judge and judge. But maybe that was a way for them to get it out and just let everyone know what's going on in their life, their everyday life. And and then definitely they are a team. They do team too much though. Just the fans, they can do team too much. So I mean, I would have just honestly just have, just not revealed all that. But hey, if it works for them, then it works for me. And gracefully next. And then Eugene and Toya are in the midst of planning and throwing a party. And Toya and Heavenly are talking about the monsters of it all. hmm Then Heavenly says that Dr. Damon Daddy is working with a monster, and Eugene is sitting, and she said that Eugene ain't hitting on shit. I'm like, oh Lord. Then Eugene said, That is stupid. That is just stupid to think and talk like that. I'm like, you don't get it, Eugene. If you do, you just don't want to talk about it because you are an ER doctor. You're professional, okay? Gracefully next. And it is Dr. Skip Workday Party thrown by Toya. But oh my, she already getting it started. And the ladies do arrive. Dr. Mimi was sitting on a napkin. You know that turned her feathers. And you know that ruffled Toya's feathers. You know it did. And the reason why I ruffled her feathers because she gonna always be offended about every single thing. Everything single thing she always gonna be offended. So it definitely ruffled Toya's feathers. It ruffled her feathers. It did. And I'm like, Toya, please, girl. Toya, 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 please. Stop. Because the thing about it is, girl, please stop. I want you to stop, Toya. Because it don't matter. She was just going to be offended anyway. And she was sitting on the napkin. I guess it didn't help. Then, honey, it was some half naked folks, Toya fashion. And Toya is asking the men to go out and serve the food. Then Eugene said, no, the women need to serve the food. I'm like, oh, hell, okay. And then Toya is doing the most. And she tells Eugene that you know what I need loud, just yelling. And then Toya was doing too much, speaking to Eugene that way. Then Toya is not used to pipe down, not used to the pipe down of it all at all. And then the women said, "Don't talk to him like that." Then they are all through the house. They just going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, loud up in the house, so loud that you can hear them outside. And then she is wrong, calling Eugene out. And she was wrong calling Eugene out. That alone, she was definitely wrong calling them women. She said, well, them bitches. Fuck that. And then she was calling the women out their name and saying F that. Then Steve asked Eugene, is this normal for you guys? Then Eugene did get mad, saying, you trying to act like you better than me? You trying to act like you better than us? I'm like, Eugene, stop. Then Steve says that I just want to know. Then Dr. Mimi said, because our relationship is far from perfect. And then Eugene then says that Toya is just stressed. Then he takes up for her as normal. I mean, he should take up for his wife. However, no, Toya was wrong. Okay. And then I'm like, oh my. So I guess you cannot joke around Toya. And you gotta walk on eggshells and in a glass floor and just be actually just barely just hitting the floor to hope that it won't break and dismantle everything when you're around Toya and you're trying to have a damn argument or a discussion. I mean, golly. And then, Eugene, he taking up for her. And then King says, Quad be apologizing, but she has an attitude. Sit back, sit back, King. Please, this is not your conversation. Boy, bye. Then gracefully next, Contessa tells Toya, come back out. Eugene is very apologetic. Then Toya say, she gonna come back. I'm gonna come back, but I want both Mimi and Dr. Heavenly, and I want everybody to leave because they have been egging everything on and pretty much pissing her off. And she acting like a spoiled baby. And she said they egging everything on and they made her mad. And like a baby. And she made her mad and she can't get her way. I'm like, oh Lord. And so they want her, she want them up out their house. Okay. And and then I'm like, you've been mad since Dr. Mimi sat on that napkin. Then Toya came back out saying, listen to me. Since y'all won't listen to y'all want to listen to all the negative stuff, and all y'all think that y'all marriages are perfect, they ain't perfect, then all y'all hater bitches. And then Eugene was concerned. Eugene was concerned about y'all dot, dotting her. She dotting her eyes over at Heavenly now. She dotting her eyes over at Heavenly, and then Heavenly saying, I mean, and then she saying, then Toya cut in. She said, no, it was you, it was Brandy, and it was Mimi. And Toya gonna say, she back. And I'm like, Toya is back. And that's her. She always been like that child. Then she said that my kids upstairs sleep. Then she said that no, she is not drunk. Then she said that what I'm not gonna do is have y'all smiling in my face and not having my back. And then Heaven said, oh, Heaven said, I have your back. She said, no, you don't. Then everybody leaves but Dr. Mimi and Dr. Heavenly. When everybody leaves, but everybody leaves. Dr. Mimi, sorry, y'all. Dr. Mimi and Dr. Heavenly, they left, right? Then Toya is crying to Simone about her being judged. And then, oh Lord, Simone then says, they are all deflecting. And when people deflect on don't want to hear it. Simone saying now. And it was all my whole thing is it was all Toya at the end of the day. Point period, point blank. Wasn't nobody doing shit to her. It was all her. She was up there disrespecting Eugene. And then I'm like, Toya is the one that is, deflecting. No bottom line. Toya was in the wrong, Simone. You don't want to tell her that she in the wrong, and you should tell her that she in the wrong. If y'all real friends like that, then you should be able to tell your friend when she was wrong. And no, the bottom line is that, like I said, she wrong, and then she mad because nobody had her back. That's bullshit. That is definitely bullshit. And that was the episode. And then that was Married to Medicine, season 12. Season 12, episode 4. And I'm gonna go ahead and get this uploaded for y'all. And I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day and a great holiday season as well. Bye, my YouTube family. Have a good holiday. Bye.